All right, Nick, let's talk about the Chicago Bears. This is a team that's got a lot of hype building. I think this rebuild is going fantastic. We're right at the edge now, and we have some news today, some injury update news on the Chicago Bears. One key player that I think is going to set this team over the top going into training camp.
Yeah, Miles, I could not agree with you more. The Bears are looking a lot better than they have probably in a better part of 5 years. A lot of things are going in the right directions. A lot of it has to be given some credit to Coach Eberflus as a head man and, of course, Ryan Poles. But we're not going to focus on the head guys in charge for this question today for you Bears fans to answer in the comment section below. Give us your favorite assistant coach in Bears history. There's a lot of great names, a lot of interesting names to potentially flow around. One defensive coordinator in the mid-1980s jumps to mind, but whoever you think it is, feel free to put it there in the comment section below. All right, Miles, I'll throw it back over to you now. What's the latest out of Chicago?
Yeah, Nick, we all know the huge addition of DJ Moore to the Chicago Bears adds to the wide receiver room. He's going to be the number one man, but what's the number one man? Like you said in the question below, without the number two, the guy behind the guy, and that guy is definitely Darnell Mooney. He has been a phenomenal player for this Bears team, and all signs point to that he will be back and ready for action for training camp. I'll get to the story here. This is from over on Pro Football Rumors, but this isn't rumor. This is the truth. It says the Bears have made a number of changes to the receiving corps this offseason, but returnee Darnell Mooney is set to once again be a central figure in the team's passing attack. His recovery from a season-ending ankle injury remains on a positive trajectory. Mooney was sidelined for the final 5 games of his 2022 campaign, and he underwent surgery to repair ligament damage in his ankle. His success on that front had him in contention to suit up for part of the team's offseason's program, however, with the expectation that he would, at a minimum, be medically cleared in time for training camp. He confirmed that full participation in camp starting later this month should take place. He said, "I'm feeling good," the 25-year-old said when asked about the rehab process. He said, "I'm ready to roll." Having Mooney at full health will be welcome development for the Bears, a team that badly needs to take a step forward in passing production this season. And I think that's the key there, Nick. I think they have all the tools now set in shape, and I think having Mooney ready for training camp to get that necessary rhythm, timing, and everything down for Justin Fields early on is going to be at a premium here. I want to know what you think about this and how valuable this will be for the Bears. But before we get there, I'd like everyone to stay tuned to the video to hear more from our partner. That, of course, is Neuro. They have a lot of great products to give you a quick and easy boost of energy. So make sure to stay tuned to the end of the video to hear more about their products. Doesn't take very long. And to get your hands on our discount code. But, Nick, nonetheless, what do you think about Mooney's update?
Yeah, this is outstanding news for the Chicago Bears because, of course, they've added a number of playmakers. Of course, DJ Moore at the top of the list, but they have a lot of new faces on the offensive side of the ball, and getting them all together in training camp day one to get the timing and the rhythm right and get everything squared away is going to be critical because, like the article mentioned, the Bears passing production has to increase. It has to increase a lot, and I think it will, but it is predicated 100% on the Bears getting their timing right between all these new receivers. We talk about timing between the receiver and the quarterback position, but timing and getting communication and rhythm receiver to receiver is extremely important as well. And I'll give you an example of that, Mize. We're talking about a certain passing concept now, and I'll go ahead and throw it up on the screen, some X's and O's for you guys. And this is talking about a dagger passing concept. I want to focus on the 2 routes on the right side of the screen. You have the slot receiver running a vertical. That would theoretically be Mooney. This is a great play because then you have for the outside receiver, that would theoretically be DJ Moore running a deep in-breaking route here. It's called a dig route commonly behind the vertical. And this is a great play. A lot of teams run this play. Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams had a million big completions with this kind of play, but it requires a lot of timing between the inside receiver and the outside receiver. Obviously, the inside receiver has to clear out and give plenty. He has to get through it fast enough so that way the in-breaking route comes underneath it in time so that we don't obviously run into each other. There's not collisions. There's not timing issues. And it's a long developing play, right? This is a 15-yard play at minimum. That's a lot of time in the pocket. Quarterback's going to have to sit back there and really focus on these 2 guys, making sure they do their jobs and get all that timing scored away. Because if Justin Fields, in this case, the quarterback, has just 1 second of concern about, hey, they're not getting their timing right, he's going to have to hit the check down, probably the tight end running the shallow cross across the field. The Bears don't want that. They don't want the 2-yard completions. They want the 20-yard completions. That's why they brought in DJ Moore. And this is a great play for those kind of things. They just have to get the timing and rhythm route. And that's exactly something you can use training camp for. That's exactly the only reason you should frankly do training camp, is to have Mooney and DJ Moore work concepts like this to death so that they get all the timing 100% squared away. This is the only thing I think hindering the Chicago Bears potentially in offense going to 2023. Any timing or rhythm issues between all the skilled players and Justin Fields. And the fact that Mooney is healthy and ready to go to me is a great sign that they'll have a lot of time to get all these issues ironed out.
Yeah, Nick. And I think Mooney, he's going to be good, and this is going to work out perfectly. We've never seen these two on the field before, but I don't have any concerns about Mooney clearing out with that 4.38 speed that he ran at his combine. This guy is blazing fast. And last year, Nick, he was on a route to compete with the numbers that he put up in 2021, which were very good. He had 1,000 yards receiving for 4 touchdowns. And key here, 13 yards per reception. He was putting up big completion percentage numbers. And this past year, he was on pace to do something similar to that. He was averaging about 12.3 yards per reception. But, due to injury, he was kind of slowed down a little bit. But I think coming back with DJ Moore, this is going to put them as one of the top tandems in the NFL. It's going to be something special to watch.
And just one final point, Miles, and you kind of hit it on there a little bit, is that Mooney in his own right is a quality and productive receiver. And the fact is there could potentially be, not saying there will be, but there could always be potentially, some egos butting heads kind of thing. One receiver is not getting the targets he wants. The other one is getting more than the other guy thinks he should get. Things like that can potentially happen. One way to mitigate that is to get these guys working together early on and developing that great relationship. Again, and that's why it's such a great news that Mooney's going to be 100% healthy. It'll give him and Moore all the time, all the reps they need to figure out their dynamics, to figure out what route combinations they're both going to work together on, get all that squared away so that way everything is set to go come week 1. All right, Miles, we would like to give a special thanks to our partner today's video, Neuro.
That's right, Nick. And I want you to go with me on a journey really fast. I want you to imagine this. It's 4th and goal in the big game, Nick. Your team is relying on you to make the big-time game-winning play. I know you've been in this situation before, Nick. The stadium is roaring. The clock is ticking. The game is on the line. But if only in that moment you were able to have some Neuro Gum. Neuro Gum will help you stay concentrated, and it gives you a burst of energy without a nasty crash.
That's right, Miles. Neuro has thoughtfully curated ingredients and does endless lab testing, which means that you can reach the right state of mind safely and consistently. That's the most important part. It gives you a clean burst of energy and focus without the jitters of coffee or any of those other energy drinks.
That's right, Nick. And if you click our sponsor link in the description below, you can enjoy energy, calm, and focus whenever you need it.